So topic of today's session is promotion management. Now marketers use the word promotion as a communicative activity, the purpose of which is to move forward a product, service or idea in a channel of distribution. Promotion is basically a concern with effectively communicating the result of the marketing strategy to target audiences or can say promotion is an active explicit form of a marketing communication. Promotion and the role of promotion in the marketing elements in order to increase the odds that consumer will buy and become committed to a product. You can define promotion, the marketing function concerned with persuasively communicating to target audiences the components of the marketing program in order to facilitate exchange between the marketer and the consumer and to help satisfy the objectives of both. So the basic purpose of promotion is to facilitate the movement of product and product related information. That is key. The purpose or the basic purpose of promotion is to facilitate the movement of products and product related information through the marketing network. That is why marketer use this tool which is called promotion as a communicative activity, the purpose of which is to move forward a product and product related information or service or idea in a channel of distribution. So basically it's concerned with the effectively communicating the result of the marketing strategy to target audiences. As a key part of the marketing program, promotion is essential in order to create consumer awareness of a product and its characteristics. When we are talking about promotion means all those tools that a marketer uses to take his product from the factory to the consumer. It involves advertising, sales promotion, personal selling and public relation. Later on we discuss each and every part of these terms. It is necessary to flow the information about the product from the producer to the consumer, either along with the product or well in advance of the introduction of the product. So there are a number of importance of promotion, like for the business perspective. Promotion is an important for a business perspective. Social, economic, non-business organization. It is very necessary to communicate information regarding quality, features, price, uses of the product to the present and potential customer. It means potential customer know the quality, know product features, know their price as well as uses. So only the consumer will select the product from a wide range of competing products. It means how the consumer select your product when there are number of competing products or the wide range of products available in the market. So most modern institution cannot survive in the long run without performing promotion function effectively. It is very important to effectively use a promotion activity. Economic perspective. In economic sense, it helps to generate employment opportunities, we all know, to thousands of people. Social importance. promotion has become an important factor in the campaign to achieve some socially oriented objectives. Now, I take an example of a Swachh Bharat campaign or in the past polio campaign, ad against non-smoking, drinking, also help to provide informative and educational service to the society. Nowadays, like wash your hands during COVID-19. So these are the social importance of promotion. Now, importance to a non-business organization, it is another importance of promotion. The non-business organization like government, now government also use the promotion activity very well. Agencies, sometimes religious institutions, as well as educational institution also realize the importance of promotion, and they are using the various elements of promotion mix. Now, like an example of an educational institute. Now, currently due to COVID-19 pandemic situations all over the country, most of the institutions are using the online mode or different modes of teaching. So they have to promote them. Just same for the different agencies, government. So they all are using this promotion activity. So when we are talking about a promotion mix, so organization is to select a promotion mix of promotional tools to effectively communicate with their target customer, like advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, public relation, direct marketing. So one by one we cover all these. Now, before starting this, now what are the factors you have to consider while selecting a promotion mix? Now, as a marketer, what are the key factors you have to consider while selecting a promotion mix? So first is the nature of the product. The product may be a consumer product or industrial product, convenient goods or specialty good. So each case the promotion mix element may vary. Now, consumer product have a different promotion tool and industrial product have a different promotion. Overall marketing strategy, it means whether the firm wishes to push the product or create pull for the product, depending upon the strategy, the element of promotion mix. Now, how buyer is ready, the choice of different elements of promotion mix is depending on the buyer readiness and awareness of the brand. Product life cycle stages, it is an also important aspect you have to consider while selecting a promotion mix. Now, different element of promotion mix were used on the different stages of product life cycle, comparing to the introduction, growth, maturity and decline. So it depends upon the product life cycle stage. It means where your cycle is, it means your product cycle. So you have to choose according to that. Another thing you have to consider, market size. Now, when we comparing a very small market or narrow market, direct marketing is very much effective. But for a marketing having a large number of buyers or the market have a large area or size, the promotion tool is mainly an advertising. In that case, you have not used direct marketing. Now also consider what is the cost of promotion element. So different elements have different cost. Now starting from first promotion mix, that is advertising. Simple, it is a paid form of mass communication and can be treated as traced to an identified sponsor. Now, first thing you have to remember in advertising, it is a paid form of mass communication. It is a paid form of mass communication and can be traced to an identified sponsor. It means there is a one identified sponsor. There is a one identified sponsor and it is a paid form of communication. Advertising play a very important role in awareness creation and attitude formation. Now, what American Marketing Association defined any paid form of non-personal presentation of ideas, goods or services by an identified sponsor. That's what I am highlighting to you. It should be an identified sponsor. So according to our American Marketing Association, any paid form of non-personal presentation of ideas, goods or services by an identified sponsor. So there are number of features of advertising, like it is a mass communication medium. You all know it is a communication medium. Paid form of communication by an identified sponsor. It means there should be an identified sponsor. Identified sponsor must in an advertising or for your communication. It is a non-personal communication. It may be a written form or it may be a spoken form. So there are number of advantages or number of benefits of advertising. The role of advertising as well as importance of advertising. So what are the different points you have to remember? Manufacturers and advertising means it advantage to the manufacturer. Middleman advertising, advantage to the middleman. Sales force and advertising, it means advantage to salesmen. Consumer and advertising, advantage to consumers and advantage to society. So when we talking about advertising, so advertising is an integral part of our social and economic system. A powerful technique of promotion sale. So advantage to manufacturers, advantage to middlemen, advantage to salesmen, advantage to consumers, society. So there are the different advantages. Now there is a one also important term when we talking about advertising. So a good advertisement has a certain attributes, like it should be very brief in nature, it should be very clear and concise, and it is conforming, or it should be an honest, means credibility of an ad message is decided by the extent of honesty. So when you making an advertisement or a good ad, there are the certain attributes which you have to think, like it should be brief in nature, not dropping words or unnecessary lengthy in nature points. So it should be a clear copy or quickly read and grasped by the audiences or the reader, if it may be a written or spoken. So when we talking about an advertisement, one another key term is USP. So it is a central idea around which the advertising campaign is built. The big selling idea is known as USP, that is known as unique selling proposition. It is the heart of any advertising campaign. It is an offer that an advertiser make to his consumer which is unique in relation for the competing offer or offers and promises to deliver a certain distinct package of satisfaction. Now, what the unique selling proposition? So it changed from product to product. Now taken an example of a Dove or taken an example of an MRF. So each and every product have a certain USP. So your advertisement have a certain USP if you have to sustain in the market. Otherwise it should be a copied campaign. Product positioning. It refers to the placement of a company product or products in the mind of target consumer. That is what the term advertising is. Then comes personal selling. Now, personal selling is the oral presentation in a conversation with one or more prospective purchasers. That's for the purpose of making sales. It is the ability to persuade the people to buy goods and services at a profit to the seller and benefits to the buyer. Now, when we talking about a personal selling, so personal selling as compare or contrasted to advertising lends itself to the promotion of complex and expensive products. This type of promotion is unique in nature, as its name suggests. It is presented on a personal basis, not a general basis. Personal selling is actually a term because there are different types of salesmen. The range from the cashier at the supermarket to the very aggressive door-to-door salesman. Like advertising, its degree of use in the promotion mix is variable and depends on such factor as the value of the product and its market. So when we are talking about a personal selling, so it's simple, it is the art of convincing the prospects to buy. Art of convincing the prospect to buy the given product and services. It is basically a method of communication. It is a two-way as it involves direct face-to-face contact between a salesman and the prospect, means the buyer. So it is the ability to convert human needs into wants. So it is the process of contracting the prospective buyers personally and persuading them to buy the product. It is one of the important tools for increasing sales as well when we are talking about a personal selling. Sometimes it is a two-way communication between a salesman and the prospect. So these are the certain features like persuading processes to buy the goods and service. The objective of personal selling is to product the interest of both seller and buyer. So when we are talking about a personal selling, so like advertising, its degree of use in the promotion is variable, and personal selling is actually a different from the advertising when we talking about the market size. So what are the process of personal selling? So selling is the sequence of steps involved in the conversion of human desire into demand for a product or service. So when we are talking about the process of personal selling, first is prospecting. It means it is the work of collecting the names and address of person who are likely to buy the product of services. So while collecting the details, suspect must be separated from prospect. Now what are the merits or what are the advantage of personal selling comparing to the advertising? Now it is flexibility and adaptability. It means it is capable of providing more flexibility. Then feedback, instant feedback. Now being in direct contact with your consumer, he can understand the feeling and reaction of the customer at that particular moment. In advertising, it is in a lengthy phases, but in a personal selling, you can take a feedback or instant feedback, or you know what the customer are expecting from your product or services, whether they are happy from your product or service or not. So it helps to modify the product according to the requirements of the customer, same for the service. So this is the advantage of personal selling comparing to the advertising. Another advantage of personal selling is it creates a good impression, create a lasting impression. It helps to create a long lasting relationship with customers through the personal contact of salesmen, because in personal selling what salesmen do, they have a personal contact. That what the thing which we miss in advertising, there should be not any personal contact. So this is what personal selling is. Then comes sales promotion. Now what is sales promotion? Simple, when we are talking about a sales promotion, so sales promotion is another major component of promotion mix. Sales promotion is a term used in the business world to refer to any promotion other than advertisement, personal selling and publicity that support and enhances advertising and personal selling activity. Sales promotion activity categorized on the basis of the market. So there is a sales promotion to a consumer, dealers, the company owned sales force. So a good sales promotion includes manufacturers, middlemen, consumers. So the phrase or the word sales promotion has a distinct meaning. It stands for all those activities that supplement, coordinate and make more effective the efforts of personal selling and advertising. So it collectively comprises of the tools used to promote sales in a given time. So a good example of consumer sales promotion is sampling, that is placing a sample of product in the hands of potential consumers at no charge. This activity supports both advertising and personal selling. It helps to convince consumer that what advertisements say about the product is true, and it hopefully causes consumers to go to the retailer for more, which in turn make it easier for manufacturer salesmen to sell the products to retailer. So when we talking about a sales promotion, so according to the marketing or American Marketing Association, those marketing activities other than personal selling, advertising and publicity that stimulate consumer purchasing and dealer effectiveness, such as display, show and exhibition, demonstration and various non-recurrent selling effort in the ordinary routine. Now you can search the definition in different books or Google, you can find this definition. But here I am talking about what are the sales promotion tools. The sales promotion tool can be seen from the different angles, from the dealer's perspective, from the consumer perspective and from the sales force perspective. So dealer's promotion, or from the dealer's perspective, objectives are to motivate market intermediaries to invest in the brand aggressively, like price deal. In this deal, special discounts are offered and above the regular discounts. Free goods, manufacturers give attractive and useful articles. Ad material, trade allowance, dealer contest, competing organized among dealers or salesmen, and trade shows. Trade shows are sometimes used to familiarize new product to the customers. It is a very general form of sales promotion. Second, you can consumer promotion. Rebates, simply it is a price reduction, money refund offer or cashback offer or consumer promotion perspective. Now sometimes they are giving samples to the consumer while introducing a new product, giving sample to the customer at their doorstep, or sometimes they use with the help of the newspaper. They can paste a one sachet of a shampoo on the particular newspaper by the hawker to you. So that is also one mode of sample they giving the consumer promotion perspective. Price pack, in this method the customer is offered a reduction from the printed price of a product. Sometime you have seen the one particular good night refill. Now there is an printed price is 72, but they are giving a 5 rupees off or 10 rupees off or 2 rupees off. Sometimes they giving the premium offer Consumer contest, this is also an important aspect. So the winners are giving certain prizes. Free trials, sometimes companies give the free trial. Now this is basically in case of a software. Now there are number of softwares available in the market, so they are giving the free trial period of some software give you a 3-day trial, some software gives you a 30 days trial or 20 days, or the different software have a different days. So this is also a free trial. You have to use, first you have to trial this product or the services, and if you are satisfied from this service or product, then you have to buy this product. So they are giving the free trials. Third is sales force promotion. So sales force contest. So sales contests are declared to stimulate the sales force, increase their selling interest. Bonus to sales force, extra incentive or payment made for those who cross the particular sale target or quota. Sales meeting, convention and conferences. So these are the different promotion tools, sales promotion tools. So we cover advertising, personal selling, sales promotion. Now next is public relation. Now what is public relation? Now how it is different from the above three? So when we are talking about public relation, so public relation can be defined as the practice of managing communication between an organization and its public. Simple, managing communication between an organization and its public. So public relation is used to build rapport with employees, customer, investors or the general public. This is done by spreading a positive feel about the company through various stories and articles, or positive feedback from customer about that particular company in a different media channels, because you have to strengthen your relation. So in comparison to advertising, and public relation is a very cost effective method of marketing. Reason being, a full page advertisement of a product may fail to attract customer attention, but a positive response about the same from a satisfied customer when appears in the form of an article in the same newspaper will work better for the company, because that customer read or customer see that the another customer are giving the positive feedback. So public relation is quite understandably considered as a very genuine method of marketing. So there are number of merits of public relation, like credibility. The information communicated through public relation department is more reliable and it has more credibility. So public relation gives you a good credibility for your organization. It also helps in a lead generation, information about the technological innovation. It also helps in ability to reach a specific group or specific market segment or the small market segment. It also helps you for building an image, so it helps in image building and for stimulate awareness. There are number of types of public relation tools, like media relation, media tools, newsletter, special events, sponsorships, employee relations, community relation and some philanthropic activity. It also comes in public relation. There are certain factors which also affecting the promotion or the public relation, like the nature of the market, product, market size, so on and so forth. Like product life cycle, cost, you all need to know. So this is what the public relations. And the last, direct marketing. Direct marketing is a channel agnostic form of advertising that allows business and non-profit to communicate straight to the customer. As the term suggests, direct, with advertising techniques such as mobile messaging, email, interactive consumer, website, alone display ads, or the number of. So direct marketing is practiced by business of all sizes, from the smallest startup to the leaders of the Fortune 500 or some good big giants of corporates or the organization. So they all are using the form of direct marketing. So direct marketing is concerned with establishing an individual relationship between the business offering a product or service at the final customer. So there are different channels of marketing, like email marketing. Company or the institution directly contact on your email. So sending marketing messages through email is one of the most widely used direct marketing methods nowadays. Mobile marketing, SMS, WhatsApp, direct mail, telemarketing, voicemail marketing, sometimes direct response, and catalog marketing. So when we're talking about direct marketing, so simple direct marketing is concerned with establishing an individual relationship between the business offering a product or services at the final customer. So how they develop or establish a individual relationship? With the help of email marketing, with the help of direct mail, with the help of telemarketing, nowadays with the help of social media tools as well. So this is known as direct marketing. So these are the different promotion mix, like advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, public relation, and direct marketing. Thank you.